Hi there, welcome to the first video of a new series called Tesla Fans on Twitter. This is where we go ahead and look at annoying Tesla fans that are on Twitter. Um, so yeah, first one of the now each one of these will have free Tesla fans, and we'll have everything in the video plus some more of that Tesla fan in the description. Now, these are all people who just don't respect opinions include liking gas cars, and they're like, "Oh, you should drive a Tesla like me. Oh, you're an Earth killer. Oh, you don't know what true performance is," and they're all just annoying. So you know what? Let's go ahead and start so you can see these examples of it. So this is Steven at Schristikos. I'm not sure if that's his last name or anything. And it's a screenshot because he did block me, but I will still be able to link this stuff because you'll still be able to see it if he has not blocked you. And if he has blocked you, just go ahead and sign out. You'll be able to see it. And he's calling us snowflakes because we don't prefer electric cars. And he's like, you're just scared of electric cars. And that's not really the case. It's just that we're not it's just that we're not really as into electric cars. We're not as into electric cars to the point where we would get one. But yeah, I'll have everything linked in the description. Next of this video is Rob Thomas, and I was like, oh crap, you mentioned 0 to 60 here. Come to Tesla fans about to say how they're faster. People can like what they want to like, but they need to learn how not every car is made to compete with each other. Charger Hellcat's still a truly amazing car, for still amazing 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds. Us Tesla fans, and then Rob's like, us Tesla fans are just trying to help people out. How? How are you trying to help people out? Because it's not helping people out when you're telling people what they can and can't drive. But like I said, not everyone finds electric cars all that amazing. Yeah, they're quick, but not everyone's willing to give up everything else for it. Like me, I prefer gas and diesel for the sound and rumble I can't go without. Give up everything else? Like sound? Yes, like sound. The second the Tesla is outrageous and super easy to use. I never said anything about the tech. I don't miss the sound. I listen to music. The lack of engine noise just makes the music that much more enjoyable. Not everyone else thinks that. Have you honestly driven a Tesla? I'm not answering that. And then next, which I think for a lot of these videos, we'll have like two kind of minor ones, which is still pretty major at the same time. And then we'll have like one major one. And on this thing for a Charger wide body, which is really cool looking, I'll just leave this here. Gas sucker suck, and it's a thing of the demon racing a Model S, which the Model S outruns it, but there's reason behind that. And this is where I got involved. Sorry, the Tesla doesn't beat the demon. That's Mr. Quick Pick. What's that car on the left wall? The video doesn't prove anything. The driver could have been asleep at the wheel, which I think is like a saying in drag racing or something. Showed the Dodge driver was sleeping. Did you see his car didn't even move? He misunderstood it. He ran in 11:18. The car runs 9s to low 10s with the proper driver. Gas sucks, not the driver. Have you ever heard of driver error? Also, this guy could have been on pump gas and not race gas. Yes, the engine runs on race gas. Which with the pump gas, it has less horsepower. And gas-powered vehicles being good or bad is an opinion. And based off your description, I see you still have yet to learn opinions matter. And then he shows me the thing again. 0 to 60 is not the only factor about a car. There's a whole bunch of other performance factors, plus the enjoyment the driver gets from a car, which I can tell you, not everyone gets from electric cars just because you do. And then he shows me this, which shows like it would save you 20 grand over a 5-year period. Well, the first thing, I don't know why everything is based off of a 5-year period. Like, what's wrong with per year? And second, you're comparing a car that's intended to drive every day with a car that's intended to be used like on weekends or like after work or something. Also 20 grand. A McDonald's employee makes 20 grand a year. Minimum wage. Or the average McDonald's employee makes like 20 grand a year. So over a 5-year period, especially because you're not paying that all at once, Also, Tesla will also retaining its resale price a lot better. How is retaining a, I guess if you own it, retaining a resale price is okay, never mind. You're completely missing my point. Not everyone likes electric cars. And then he shows this, which I have right here, the truth behind this, where he really proved himself wrong, to be honest. Now, yes, the individual Tesla Model 3 goes ahead and outsells everything else individually. However, in the United States, there is of all of these cars here, of all these internal combustion cars here, there is a total of 104,725 internal combustion vehicles being sold, compared to the 24,000 somehow exact of the Tesla Model 3. It doesn't beat them out. And then for Europe, the it shows it outselling the cars once again individually. However, total up all of these cars here, and it totals up to 17,275 units sold, which is more than 15,755. I'll be leaving this on the description in case you missed it. So what? There's less people buying the other cars individually. That doesn't mean everyone likes electric cars. As one, there's still people buying the other cars, and two, there's people, I don't know why I said car guys, who still like internal cars. And then he replies with, not everyone likes cars. Some police still use horses, which, I mean, I guess Amish does exist. What I'm saying though is, it's just because there's an increase in electric car sales doesn't mean every person in the world. People have opinions on what they want or like to drive. And despite these statistics, I still see tons of gas and diesel vehicles on the road that are worth around the same price as the average Tesla. Sorry, but not everyone prefers electric. Some people still prefer those, and that's sort of okay. And then shows these, which what do they have to do with cars? It doesn't make sense to use them. So it doesn't make sense to use gas cars anymore? How does it not make sense to use gas cars anymore? That doesn't make any sense. How does it not make sense to use a gas car today? It's personal preference. I've been saying that this whole damn time. If you don't care about all this shit, yeah. Which, by the way, this pisses me off here. 30 million adults and children in the U.S. suffer from asthma. Who says that's from pollution? 7 million people die prematurely worldwide each year due to airport. What the hell is a premature death? You don't know when you're going to die. Even if someone tells you, hey, you're going to die around this time, you don't know when exactly you're going to die. Like, so what the hell is a premature death if you're not being murdered or something? On average, air pollution reduces our lifespan by 1 to 2 years. Then how is it higher than ever? This whole thing is just, I'm not saying I'm proving it wrong. I'm just calling it bullshit. And then he just does this again after And this is really how I feel about it. Plus, I don't give two shits about the extra cost of gas cars because I'm not going to give all that up for a car I found more boring than a Chevy Spark. Then he sends me this again, and I'm like, oh my fucking god. 0 to 60 isn't the only factor about a car. It also has to do with the enjoyment the driver gets while driving it, which not all people get from driving an electric car. How about willing to accept those opinions once? And then he's like, obviously, you've never driven a Tesla. How does this say anything? This is other people's opinions, not mine. Plus, I got the same exact rating as a Porsche 911, so how is it higher? Just because others like something doesn't mean I feel the same way. You don't know if I've driven it or not, so why don't you stop right there and accept that you're just some guy who hates opinions and wants people to be just like you? Have a friggin' wonderful day. By the way, nothing says I'm required to care if I have a supercar 0 to 60 or not with a horrible torque curve. Now you go and have yourself a wonderful motherfucking afternoon. And then he says totally okay, which I think he said to get me off his back, which, to be honest, I'm glad he's off mine. So anyways, if you did enjoy this first part to this